Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. It always seems impossible until it's done. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. As I have said, the first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Great peacemakers are all people of integrity, of honesty, but humility. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. Sometimes it falls on a generation to be great. You can be that great generation. Let your greatness blossom. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones.
We must use time creatively, and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. The brave man is not the one who has no fears, he is the one who triumphs over his fears. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. There is a universal respect and even admiration for those who are humble and simple by nature, and who have absolute confidence in all human beings irrespective of their social status. I am the master of my fate and the captain of my destiny. Your playing small does not serve the world. Who are you not to be great? Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great, you can be that generation. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. Know your enemy and learn about his favorite sport. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. Freedom is indivisible, the chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them, the chains on all of my people were the chains on me. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. We know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. You will achieve more in this world through acts of mercy than you will through acts of retribution. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Where you stand depends on where you sit. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears.